Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Success Life Live. My name is EricGReid. I'm your host, your coach, and hopefully your friend this morning. So I'm so glad you took time out of your busy morning to jump in and join me. You know, it is my goal each and every day to give you one idea, one thought, one moment where you can connect to that will help you move into living your life of success. And so that's why I love showing up here. I love dumping some things on you, getting you some motivation, some mindset, some thinking, some thoughts going, and the direction you need them to go so that you can begin to build your life of success. So good morning, Michael. Good morning, Melanie. Good to see everybody jumping in. I guess I have to give a daughter update. Everybody's been sort of asking in private messages and text. The surgery was a success or completed. We are in recovery. It's going to be 8 weeks of recovery, maybe 10. I'm going for 6, but we're going to see. So because they cut the bone in half and they rotated it and then they flipped the outside muscles to the inside and the inside to the outside and did some other work, her leg is now completely braced, pinned, cast, whatever, in a straight position, and there's a lot of pain. So she came home on Saturday, and it's been a lot of learning to pain manage, and now we're on apple juice alert. So if you know what that means, the pain meds seem to have slowed down some things, and so we're just working through this whole new dynamics of managing her pain and learning how to keep her immobile but yet entertained. And yeah, it's stressful for her. She's irritated, she's frustrated, she hates her leg, she hates this whole thing. But it's got to be done, and it's part of my job as a dad is to just get it done and keep her going forward. When this is over, she'll be able to bend her knee and flex her toe and have a different gait and protect her hips and her back and other things, her pelvis that was starting to get out of line because of her leg issue and her gait issue. So it's one of those things you got to get done, you got to do it, and you got to just buckle through it. One of the things I've learned is my daughter does not like me as a coach. She does not like mindset and thought and coaching, but oh well, I'll save that for you guys. So we're doing well. We're structured and scheduling and planning and keeping everything. Like what I said is at the end of this 8 weeks, we don't need to try and then recover our lives. We need to add this into part of our lives. What we need to do is understand that there's a little bit of a different structure every day, a different bit of a plan, a different thing going on. But we're not going to stop living. We're not going to stop dreaming. We're not going to stop moving forward for the next 8 to 10 weeks waiting for the outcome. We're already seeing the outcome and moving towards that. And so one of the things that I often coach and counsel people that are in a caregiving place is that you can't put your life on hold to be the caregiver, because you don't bring anything to the person you're caring for if you're not taking care of yourself, taking care of your needs, taking care of your dreams, taking care of those things that fuel you. So we've been really disciplined about getting things back on track as much as we can and making adjustments along the way. So, I think our family is the hardest clients we have. But then again, they're not supposed to be our clients. They're supposed to be our family. So, but my daughter's like, so every time she goes into one of the her muscles are spasming a lot. And so when she goes into it, I tell her, like, breathe and push it away, breathe and push it away. And she told me to shut up and go away. So I think that explains my level of coaching in the house. Anyhow, we are on day 26 of the I Am. We're wrapping it up. I hope that you've been keeping up. If you haven't, take time and just meditate on at least 28 I Am statements about yourself and about your personal growth and who you are. So today I had put I am thoughtful as my I am statement. And what that means to me is I need to be thoughtful about my actions and my reactions. I tend to get in a high D profile position sometimes, disc profiling, where I'll just go, react, move, think, do, move, go, move. And I'm always in and I thought, wait a minute. I need to be thoughtful. I need to slow down. I need to learn to respond based on my business plan, based on my core values, based on my mission and vision statement, based on my objectives for the day. Each day I write down a goal for the day. Now, some people might be like, what is that? And I mean, a goal of who I want to appear into the day as. So when I have my schedule in front of me and I'm looking at 8 o'clock and I'm looking at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, each of those time blocks requires a different me or a different strength of me or a different mindset of me. And I'll look at it and I'm like, who is it that I'm connecting with? How do I need to appear for them? How do I need to show up best and ready for them? How do I need to elevate and grow them during this period? How can I be of service to them? Or how can I be focused and disciplined in this activity or that activity? And so when I talk about my goals for the day, I'll often say, okay, what is my goal for 9 to 10 o'clock? What is my goal from 10 to 11? Who do I want to appear as? Who do I want to show up as? How do I want to intentionally move into that moment? And I can't do that unless I'm being thoughtful. Now, I think some of us wake up and we just start going and we're like, yeah, I'm going to conquer the day. And we never take time to reflect and look at ourselves throughout the day before the day begins. And what that does is it puts us in sort of a reaction response mode. It's like, oh, I'm going to react. Oh, wait a minute. Is this how we want to be? And we're trying to figure it out in the middle of doing it. And that doesn't work. You know, it's interesting. My daughter has revealed a lot of things during this week, and transitioning her from the wheelchair onto the potty, she's like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? And I thought, you know, this is a really good question that we should have thought about before all three of us piled up here in the bathroom with the wheelchair and the dog running in and out. This probably would have been something that had we sat down and thought about in the calm and reflective moment before pulling in here, it would have been a lot less screaming, a lot less drumming, a lot less yelling. I know it seems like a simple example, but have you thought about the meeting you have scheduled for 9 o'clock today? Have you closed your eyes and visualized everybody in the meeting? Have you recognized, if you understand this personality or strength finders, what their strengths are, what their communication style is, what their thinking process is? Have you thought, how have I prepared to connect to them best today? Or have you spent more time on how do I look and what am I going to say and like, you know, it's all about me on the stage kind of moment? Have you thought about the people you're going to interact with today? From the person that serves you coffee to the contract that you're writing. And have you thought, how do I need to show up? What are the possible outcomes? What are the possible statements that could be made in the room? How do I want to respond that is in alignment with my plan, my vision, my purpose, my values? If you're not thinking about your day before your day begins, you're just going through the day reacting. And what's going to happen is you are going to feel like you've been playing tennis all day long. You are going to show up exhausted at the end of the day. And you're going to be like, why do I feel like so exhausted? Why do I feel like I'm not accomplishing my dreams, my goals, my ambitions? Why do I feel like I go to bed tired and unaccomplished? Well, it's because you're not being intentional or thoughtful of who you want to show up as today. You're not seeing the day finish before it even begins. If you want to have success in any area of your life, whether it's your family, your fitness, your finances, your business, you can't just go through the day reacting, and acting and reacting. No, you need to get strategy. You need to get thoughtful. You need to get intentional about it. And if that requires you waking up 20 minutes early just so you can do that, then come on, folks, let's get it done. You're now on the beginning of the third month of the year. Now in January, you set down a list of things that you wanted to accomplish, the things you wanted to see changed, the gaps you wanted to fill. And you were probably really intentional about it for the first 10, 15. If you were really good, you probably made it to the 21st day. And then February happened and we had all those crazy holidays and all those things taking over our lives that we suddenly realize it's now the end of February. And we're no closer to our goals than we were on Christmas Eve. It's because you haven't taken the time to get intentional about what you want to create, how you want to create it, and how you expect to show up into it. Don't just set this big vision on a board somewhere and say by, December 31st, 2019, that's where I want to be. No, I want you to break it down. And one of the things that I do with my coaching clients is we talk about every hour, every action, every interaction of the day and how we're going to move through it. And then we reflect on it and we say, okay, was that my highest and best? Was that my most important? Was that my fullest intention? Where did I fall short? How could I have been better? What would have been a more appropriate response? You have got to, yes, thank you, Elizabeth, be intentional and strategize and then stick to it. And so my I am thought for today was I am thoughtful. As we go through this period of transition in our family and the chaos and the confusion, we're having to be pulled into that thoughtfulness and that intentionality, maybe at a little higher level, maybe more interacting than normal. And that's a good thing because it requires us to transform and change. And isn't that what we're seeking in our lives? Isn't that what we really want? Is to be moved to a higher place? To be moved into something new, whether it's in our relationships, in our finance, our fitness, our business, and our spiritual growth. That's what the journey of success is about. Being intentionally engaged in every moment so that we can live life more fully. And so I'm going to ask you, what is your I am statement today? How do you intend to show up at your 9 o'clock, your 10 o'clock, your 2 o'clock, your 1 o'clock, whatever meetings, whatever interactions, whatever things are on your day timer? Have you seen yourself in it? Have you set the intention? Have you held to it long enough that you can now recognize when you're in harmony or out of harmony in it and how to get back to it? All right? All right, so that's just kind of what I want to go over with you guys today. It's Monday. And just as a side note, so often we rely, my electronic is over there, we rely on the electronics to plan our days for us. And that's fine. That's fine to have things booked into our calendar. But I'm telling you, take 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Write it out on a sheet of paper. If you want help, I'm putting together a little planner sheet. If you want help, private message me and I'll get you the planner sheet. And just look at it and be like, okay, who do I need to be? How do I need to be? Where's the opportunity for me to grow into this moment? How can I be my highest and best self today? In each and every one of these interactions. All right? Well, I hope I brought you something of value today. I hope I added. I hope I got your mind thinking in a new and different direction. That's what we do here every single morning on Success Life Live, is to get myself, I'm attentive. Oh, I like that. That's what we do. This isn't just like, oh, happy thoughts and unicorns and cotton candy and all of that. This is about getting this thing moving in the right direction, creating a shift in our thinking. I heard it today that it's sometimes easier to act ourselves into a new way of thinking than think our way into a new way of acting. Oh, I got that right. I'm very proud of myself. Sometimes you'll have actions from this to take. Sometimes you'll have thinking. But hopefully every day you'll make a note, add to your journal, create a learning lesson for yourself. So your action maybe be, look at my calendar. Find one spot on my calendar today between sunrise and sunset and ask myself, how would my best and highest self appear into that spot today? Close your eyes, visualize it, plan for it. Know what you're going to respond if it goes left or if it goes right or if the question is asked. See the people in the room, see the situation, and ask yourself, what am I going to look like at my very best, my highest and best purpose during that meeting, that time, that interaction, that event? Get it so solid in your mind that you already think the event is completed, and then walk into your day. All right? Well, thank you for joining me this morning for Success Life Live. What I'm going to ask you to do is start to share this out. There's somebody out there that hasn't connected to this community that needs to start growing, creating, thinking differently. And the only way that really can happen is through you and you sharing it and adding a comment of why you think it has value. I show up here every morning with the simple purpose of giving you something of value so that you can become more valuable to yourself and those you love and those you care for. So pass it forward, all right? I appreciate you guys so much for joining me for Success Life Live. I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Wednesday night is Author Talk. I'll post the information on that later today. And then Friday is Fun Friend Friday. And so we got a week ahead. And it's almost March 1st. So, got to get down, got to get busy. Till we get together tomorrow morning, go out and live your life with success. It is yours and you are worthy of it. Everybody have a great day. And as we close out, just give a shout out to somebody in the room. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Melanie. I think I saw Elizabeth. I saw a bunch of people jump through. It's so hard to keep track. It's a busy, busy room. Good morning, Helen. I love the fact that about 2 weeks ago, our year anniversary of our Facebook Live Fun Friend Friday came up. That was fun. Buongiorno, Greg. I keep meaning to ask a favor of you, and I never get around to it. Maybe my big, bold act today will be to ask. Good morning, Miss Peggy. Good to have you in the room as well. I will see everybody tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.